Um, Now there is one question from the floor, Dr. Low. Dr. Esther Loo, thank you for your presentation. Nice to meet you. From Medion, Alia Samsia. My question, in today's world of HR, what are the important parts of the people slash talent analytic that must be included in the human resource information system slash AI? Would you to give suggestion how to connect existing data and analysis so that they can be integrated into information that can facilitate decision making? Okay, please. It's a very good question, by the way, Dr. Esther Loo.
I love your question, Anya, and thank you for asking that. I actually have some slide to it, but I need to dig out. But here's my take to it. Yeah, people analytics is a really powerful tool. Okay, it's a tool to address whatever question you need. Yeah, if it's a question about succession planning, right? Then the information you require would be obviously the readily available information, their background, their employee history, their technical skills, the ability to work with their team, the assessment, the 360 assessment between their peers, etc. So then you know whether this person has that traits to to move up, yeah, the skill gaps and everything, their performance, obviously. So those are the general information. Right? Today there are so many other information. If your organization understand the sense of self traits, yeah, like a person have different motivation factor, then there is other element of information that you can put into your HR platform. Things like the profiling, the MBTI Myers-Briggs profiling. This person has what strength, what weaknesses, and this is where you can work with third-party platform like Epitome or Pulsify or so many others, so that you can profile your people. Then you get understanding of their motivation factor, couple it with their historical movement within the organization, the trends, their health, etc. So that you get a bigger picture of whether this person is suitable for that particular role. And then it's not just from the technical perspective, it is also from the cultural perspective, whether this person is motivated to achieve something, whether this person can work with the rest of the team in terms of personality traits. All right.
Yeah.
Now, then I'm going to add in another element of information that is readily available. It's just that you have to have a bit of skill to extract that out, and you can work with your IT team on that. And that is, I call it the digital data, the digital transaction data. Did you all know that every email that you send out using your organization email, every meeting that you send up, it is tracked in the database somewhere. Now, as we are using Microsoft, these data are all stored and can be accessed using a tool called Microsoft Graph. You basically need to write an API to do that. And that is what we call workplace analytics. Extremely useful in the time of a hybrid working where people are 50-50 or 60-40 going virtually, and you want to understand their productivity level, yeah, through their digital transaction. Those are elements of information that you can add in, and so much more, obviously. But again, it all boils down to what kind of question you would like to ask the system. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it's a very good answer. There is a second question, by the way, from the participants. Hi, Dr. from Medion Mega Suryani. Hi, Dr. Esther Loo. Thank you for sharing and nice to meet you. Do you think in the future can be AI for organization design process or processes? Or by any chance, do you know the tools? Thank you. Please.
I love this question, and this is something I'm really passionate about. Yeah, if you're talking about organization design process, etc., I mean, yes, there are several tools. Some of the major platform, HRIS platform, all offer such tools. Workplace analytics, organization optimization. But if you want to add few other more elements of insights to it, then you got to look into more of the statistical model, and then there's a term for this statistical model. It's called what's that word? Organization network analysis, ONA. All right, you can Google ONA. So ONA looks into what are the best dynamics of the organization, and this is pretty much if you are building your own ONA study on how you can adjust the organization effectively. Yeah, and if you are going to that track, tools like SAS, tools like Tableau, tools like Power BI can be used to build that kind of study. Although you do need a bit of coding to it. But again, that's the most cost effective, and that's what I like to use because, I like to look into information and see how I can get some insight out of it. But if you don't like to do that, then you can actually use like workplace analytics from Microsoft. You can use SAP, workforce analytics and whatnot, yeah, to come up with those insights.
Yes, thank you very much. While waiting for the third question, there is a question, by the way. Oh, no. Thank you for your answer. Yes, while waiting for another question, Dr. Loo, maybe you can summarize a little bit about the what we call the cost and functionality, or the cost and versus the functionality of AI. More simpler, especially for the participants, because it's really a very good takeaway if we can summarize it for the participants.
Oh, I love that question. Thank you, Pak Saka. So this is like the age-old problem with anyone who's doing technology. Yeah, we always look at how much am I willing to spend and what is the impact out of it, right? So if you have a really tiny budget, right, but you have this big dream, so which one will win, the budget or the dream? It's definitely the budget, because we got to look at the affordability. All right. So everyone dreamt about having a connected system that can do A to Z of whatever you want, but your budget can only purchase A. So this is where you got to step back and think about what is the biggest question you want to address today. Is it A, is it B, or C? And just focus on that area based on your current affordability. Because the thing here about technology is technology evolves really fast. Today you address A, then tomorrow another platform can address B, and you can connect the system together because cloud platform are built to be able to connect with each other, and you can phase out your costs structurally. Now, another way to cut down costs and getting your dream boat happening is that you could invest on using a platform that allows you to build application. I know this is a bit scary for a human capital practitioner, because it means that you have to take out a really scary skill like coding or programming. But the truth is, today platform allows us to have low code platform that it's a matter of plug and play, and building an application is not as scary. When I say low code, it means low to no code. It is all built in. You just drag, drop, and put in like, I want this system to do this. And then you will get somewhat your dream system at literally the cost of subscribing to it. And like in the case of Microsoft, when you pay for the O365 platform, it comes with those tools. So it's already part of application like Outlook or Words and Excel, which you use, and they tag in a few other functionality for you to build the platform. Now, if you don't even want to pay Microsoft, you can also use like free tools like in Google, TensorFlow and whatnot to build your application. Again, it is not as scary. I have to repeat the word not as scary because no code ma. So that's why when you plan out your costs, right, you can think in either breaking it up into many factors, because definitely technology is going to get cheaper. So focus on your biggest pain point. and follow it down. If you don't want to go get your hand dirty in building the system. But if you want a beautiful system, but don't want to spend, then you probably want to look at building it yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. Still, while waiting for another question, because we still have 5 minutes, if not mistaken, could you elaborate very shortly uh, about how to motivate our people, how to motivate your people, conventionally versus AI, using AI? Okay. Because
Ah,
conventionally it's much more easier.
ah,
Okay,
uh,
other
there
questions.
there is a question from
Okay,
Ibu
from the floor,
Rinda.
yeah? Okay, please,
Yeah.
please. Yes. Okay, Dr. Low, there is a question from Rinda Prima from PJB. Hi, Dr. Esther. Can AI replace the role of humans in making professional decisions or subjective approach? Or is AI just a tool to make decisions easier? Okay, please, Dr. Esther.
Oh, I love this question, Prima. And these are very hot topic today. People are going like, can AI replace my job, etc. And I always say, yeah, AI will replace your job. But in this context, Rinda, AI is just a tool to make decision easier. Mainly because AI is not that level yet, whereby you can just take its suggestion at face value. You got to tack in your understanding and human insight to it in order to bring out the best in terms of human machine collaboration. So the AI surface information makes works easier, but ultimately it is a person who decide what track or strategy to take on. And I don't see AI replacing that anytime soon. Thank God for that, or else I'll lose my job.
Okay, we still have 4 minutes. Uh, could you elaborate a little bit about your presentation, about the conclusion that you already made, actually, but much more easier, much more applicable for participants who are not very familiar with AI and who are not, for the time being, practicing quote unquote AI in their companies? Please.
Oh, I love that question, Pak Saka. So let me just simplify it for you lah. Before you go out and use AI technology across your organization, it's good for you to understand how AI can help your role. So the thing is I always say baby step, baby step. You want to be less afraid of AI technology or implementing it, then why don't you try it first? And this is where the first point I came out with, use AI technology to help your work. Try baby step on areas which is your pain point. Then only you will have a bigger and open mind on exploring other form of technology to help your organization.